A day after Juventini lose hope for Sergei Milinkovic-Savic after hearing about the Saudi Arabia offer for the player, we now see Parisi being a done deal with Fiorentina, all right? And now we all ask the question, now what for Juventus? We're going to take a look at the rumors and news coming out this morning, circulating around what our next steps could be. Not only that, Pogba rumors continue to swirl. Does Paul Pogba's sale represent the best case scenario for Juventus when it comes to keeping other talent at Juventus? We're going to take a look at that and all the mercato news, including the futures of Kiesa and Vlahovic right now. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is the AJC. I'm Alberto. Let's rock. We're going to kick things off with Zakaria, okay? So Zakaria remains the same news, that Juventus and West Ham essentially have a little bit of a gap there between the offer and where Juventus wants to sell. It does feel like this deal is going to be done. It's just a matter of when and seeing if they can come to that final agreement on the price, which isn't there yet, but should be coming according to Mirko Di Natale. Now, Juventini frustrated by continuously hearing about this, especially when we just get the news that Parisi to Fiorentina is done. It is a done deal as of yesterday, all right? So Juventus will lose out on Parisi. So Juventini frustrated because they're saying, here we are playing hardball with some sales, Zakaria, McKennie, and whatnot, when we need to sell these guys to bring in Parisi. Parisi was a cheap deal. I think we saved enough even just in salaries to make that move. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I personally think that if you look at the contacts and when everything started to cool down, it was right around when Giuntoli was essentially confirmed. I think they have a different plan in mind. What that plan could be, it could also very well just be Cambiaso and Timothy Weah, who we signed. Regardless of what we feel about it, I personally feel that Juventus backed out of this one and they didn't need the Zakaria, the McKennie, or an Arthur deal to shore this one up. But nonetheless, we've lost out on Parisi, and that's a day after losing out on Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, apparently. And I say apparently because it still has not been confirmed whether or not Sergei Milinkovic-Savic is going to accept this offer to Saudi Arabia. However, same questions arise. If we don't bring in Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, now what? So the rumors and the headlines are all circulating now to Coop Miners, but his price tag won't change from 45 to 50 million euros. Another option is Samardzic at 25 million euros. However, again, for those particular moves, you are going to have to find a move for McKennie, Arthur, Zakaria. So again, sales, the most important part of the mercato currently right now for Juventus, and Mirko relayed the same message on that live show 2 days ago. So there you have it. We do got to get selling. There are some options there after Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, but we'll see. Now, Juventini are blaming Juventus for dropping the ball with Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. Same thing with that Zakaria deal. Push the deals through. Bring this guy in. I don't think they actually did anything wrong, to be honest. When we start hearing about the offers, having to include Rovella, still a big price tag, getting undervalued for Rovella as part of that deal. And through all this, we had terms with the player. Saudi Arabia represents this new wild card that teams have to account for. We had agreement with this player, but the money that they're offering, again, 25 million euro salary, is insane. That is definitely enough to have a player break their agreement with another team. And I would not be surprised if Sergei Milinkovic-Savic did that. So Juve was playing hardball, but they had the player's terms. But now Saudi Arabia is going to make things very, very interesting for teams like Juventus and even leagues like Serie A. It is going to pose a serious threat on dropping the tier of players that you're shopping for come Mercado. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Still no news on whether he is confirmed and going to be accepting the offer or not. Paul Pogba rumors continue to swirl. Speaking of Saudi Arabia, and apparently there is an offer there. Pogba is going to be weighing it out. There is still a possibility for him to leave. Now, there are some that say, no, this was already debunked, that no, he did not go there. It was strictly personal reasons. He was at a team's facility. That much was confirmed. And Saudi Arabia are relentless. And we've already seen that in offers. So the latest rumor is that they're going to up the offer of what he already had. I find it hard to believe they wouldn't capitalize on the situation of him going there for personal reasons and not trying to lure him into accepting an offer for one of their sides. All right, so I find it hard to believe. I think there is an offer in play for Paul Pogba. Does that represent the best case scenario for Juventus? It very well could. The fact that he came on a Bosman deal and moving him, and you would be making a lot of capital depending on what Saudi Arabia is ready to offer, and that could be the difference between keeping all of Vlahovic, Chiesa, and Bremer. Of course, we still have to wait for them to actually let their intentions be known to Juventus. The fact that that hasn't happened already is actually a little bit concerning, especially with Federico Chiesa, considering after this season he's going to go into his final year of contract. If he has no intentions of re-signing or renewing with Juventus, this would be the summer to kind of maximize that payout, not going into the final contract year. So we still have to clear these things up. But the Pogba sale could be a big one. But then the other question is, Juve would have to make a decision on how comfortable they feel in his health and how big the risk is, because all we're hearing right now is that he's come back in incredible condition. Certain drills, certain tests he could not perform at maximum capacity last season. Even when he was getting back into lineup, he can actually perform now, which tells them that he's fully recovered. We have to wait and see, but a little bit of a gamble there. So taking the payout and selling them might be the play. Obviously, the replacements, when you're hearing about these other names, is a big drop in quality. But it's that health risk. And again, the payout. What is Saudi going to offer? I think there's an offer there. And I wouldn't be surprised to hear about a bigger offer coming in as they try to lure him away. We'll have to see what happens. As far as Juventus goes, and speaking about Kiesa and Vlahovic again, two teams are really making a move for Chiesa, or at least monitoring with the intention of making an actual move, are Liverpool and Newcastle. That remains steady and the same through multiple sources. Again, have to reiterate what Mirko said. He has not let his intentions known to Juventus. Vlahovic, PSG apparently sees him as a serious target. And according to Fabrizio Romano, he is on their list that was issued Sunday, all right, along with Victor Osimhen. So we'll have to see if anything will come there as far as offers. All of our players are in play, barring a select few. But when it comes to the big three, Chiesa, Vlahovic, and Bremer, they're very much in play. Some little outside news there. Giuntoli apparently likes the player Habib Diarra from Strasbourg, and a deal would be very difficult there, but he is listed as a new potential target. Jonathan David, should Vlahovic leave, continues to lead the list for Giuntoli, and a list of other Serie A clubs apparently very interested in Jonathan David. Salernitana apparently ready to go in with a loan plus obligation to purchase Fabio Miretti at 15 million euros. That's your news break to today, Juventini. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about all the news you heard here today, and let's mix it up. What are your thoughts and feelings about dropping the Parisi deal? Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, do you think he's accepting it? I can't see him not accepting that offer. And Pogba, should we be selling Paul Pogba? Let me know. Let's mix it up in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back tomorrow with another daily update video. Fino alla fine, Forza Juve. Ciao tutti.